What up, y'all? It's your boy J-Mo.
My name is David McFadden, a.k.a. DJ Dowdy.
This your boy Vaughn.
This is Carl.
It's your boy Tomo, man, a.k.a. Next Level Tomo, a.k.a. your favorite Cowboys fan, a.k.a. I don't even know why I still root for the Wizards, but I'm a Wizards fan.
This is the #1 Wizards fan, Devin, and you're now watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose with my man Joe. We refuse to lose.
All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. Very excited about this episode following week 1 of the NFL. We got two great guests on right now. We got, first off, the host of On the Field podcast on Spotify. We got Coach Coombs. What's good, Coach Coombs? Are you on me?
Oh, you
You're
got
on mute. There you go. We can hear you now. Go ahead. Oh, no, we can't hear you. There we go. Boom. All right. What's up, Coach Coombs?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me back, Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got my man Tomo join us for the first segment. He represents the Dallas Cowboys. What's good, Tomo?
Ain't too much, man. I got the shades on because I've been crying since Sunday, man.
All right. Hopefully, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of Cowboy fans have been crying. Hopefully, your words can wipe the tears away. All right. Hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see. But listen, y'all, before we get started, make sure y'all like this. First of all, thanks for everybody that came on early. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, share this video with somebody that you know personally so they can come on and watch live. If they like football, we're going to talk a lot about week 1 today. And also, y'all, use the comment section. We have a comment section. We can see all the comments you guys are putting down. All right. So, where's your Bengals jersey? All right. We can see all the comments you guys are putting down. We're going to communicate as we go through the show. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So we got to kick things off. Like we said, we got Tomo on the set. So it's only right to kick things off with his boys, the Cowboys. All right. So the Cowboys played the Buccaneers this Thursday. I'm sorry, this Sunday night. And Dak Prescott suffered an injury with a hand injury. They say he'll be out up to like 8 weeks, I believe. But Jerry Jones is talking about 4 weeks. But they lost badly to the Buccaneers, and a lot of concerns are going on in the Dallas world. So we got Tomo to represent Dallas. So Tomo, I want you to talk to us, all right? I want you to talk to us. Is there any hope for the Cowboys this season with Dak Prescott's injury?
Look, man, Jerry Jones said 1 + 1 = 3. And right now, 1 + 1 = 4 because we ain't got him no more. The hope is that our defense is looking nice. Like, that's the hope. Michael Parsons. When Jerry said 1 + 1, he meant to say 11 from heaven, as Skip would call him. Like, Michael Parsons is the heartbeat of this team. He keeps that defense going. And if our defense can keep playing the way they played against Tom Brady on Sunday night, we can probably steal a couple of these games while he's out. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win, but if we can hold teams to maybe 3 field goals and Cooper Rush can get a touchdown or 2, we might can win some. That's the hope. Somebody put Parsons. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Like, if Kellen Moore wasn't our offensive coordinator, I would say put him out there. But so yeah, that's the hope. Dallas's defense.
All right. Talk to me, Coach.
As I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a bad way. This is a bad way. That owner, general manager don't have he don't have any options. You don't have any options. It ain't because let's look at it for what it is. Without Dak Prescott, who could possibly miss 6 to 8 weeks, right? You still have a bottom 20 defense, and as it's looking right now, your receivers got butter hands. It's bad right now. It's really bad right now. You're leading behind a rusher who can't rush. I mean, I've never been a Cowboys hater, but geez, it's ugly out here. And if you like, Donnie out here talking about you got to get 48-year-old Terrell Owens, but his hands ain't no better. He was dropping balls too when he played. So the Cowboys, it's rough right now. My personal opinion, you got 2 contracts that you pay for that you had no business paying for. Period. You had no
one of
business
them. I
letting
know one
Zeke.
of them.
You had no business letting Zeke ink out $90 million from you. And honestly, you should have paid Dak the year before he got hurt. Because it's almost like you gave him a gimme contract and you're still eating that contract because he can't play now. It's a bad way. They're in last place in that division. That's a toss-up now that Washington could actually win. Because without your starting quarterback, you have to go find somebody. If you let Rush be your answer, well, you're gonna rush right to a losing season.
But it's still week 1, man. It's week 1. The roughest part of our schedule is right now. So that's what everyone is still banking on. They like, well, this is the rough part of the schedule. And then the rest of it kind of gets a little bit easier. It's weird because you want to have a glimmer of hope, but you can't really have it because if Dak was looking good before he got hurt, then I would be like, okay, when he comes back, we can pick up and keep going. But he looked bad.
And that was the issue too. Yeah, he looked bad. He looked indecisive. He looked like he didn't know how to get a receiver down the field. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, man. And you know me, bro. I don't even want to talk about this man like this, but he looked bad.
And now you're going into week 2 where the Bengals are pissed.
Man, ain't nobody wearing no Bengals.
The Bengals are pissed, so they're gonna treat the Cowboys pretty badly this coming week.
Look, man, but we could do all we need is that pass rush. Lyle Collins, if Lyle Collins show up this week, then that lets me know it was a grudge game. Because last week he let TJ Watt and them just wild out. Not saying TJ Watt is no slouch, but if you that right tackle that you say you were supposed to be, all that shouldn't have happened that way.
Yeah, that's why they got you there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I gotta disagree with you, Coach. That defense ain't top 20.
No, I said bottom 20.
He said bottom.
Bottom 20.
My bad. Yeah, when it's 20, supposed to be bottom. All right, so yeah, it ain't.
I'm talking 20 and under.
I think the Cowboys. Being outside the Cowboy world, I'm like, okay, like me, I'm not thinking about the Cowboys no more. I'm more like it's over for them. I before the season started, I had them going 9-8, and I don't think because I'm not a big believer of Dak Prescott. I already know about that, but like with Dak not being in that now with the injury, so even if he come back, he got a messed up hand. So I'm not confident in y'all. After week 1. But as a Cowboy fan, you should have some hope. If you're a Cowboy fan out there, you should have some hope. If you truly believe Dak Prescott is that guy, right? Not saying like a Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert. People love Justin Herbert. None of those people or Derek Carr, right?
I'm coming back for this debate. I'm coming back for that debate.
Yeah, I just want to throw that name out there. If you believe Dak is a QB that can manage a game or be better than the manager, which I think he is, then you should have some hope. Maybe this was a blessing in disguise for y'all, Tomo. Kellen Moore is hard-headed. He's hard-headed, all right? Do y'all know, for those who don't know, coming into week 1 Sunday, the Cowboys out, since they had Dak Prescott, they got 29-0 when they run the ball more than they throw the ball.
Okay.
Every loss they had last year, they threw the ball almost double the time they ran the ball. Every single loss they had last year. Every win they had last year, they ran the ball more than they threw the ball, except for the last 4 games against all the divisions because he tried to run up the score and break the passing record for the Cowboys history, and against the Patriots when they won in overtime. Outside of that, and when Cooper Rush beat the Vikings. Outside of that, every win, they ran the ball more than they threw the ball. So, by y'all getting hurt, Dak being hurt, he's going to have to lean on Zeke. I don't know, because I just said with Cooper Rush, he threw the ball more than he ran the ball, right? Against the Vikings. But hopefully he will start using Zeke more, because Zeke averaged 5 yards a carry a Sunday. So y'all started off good running the ball, and then he's just I think I tweeted and said he getting it. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was gonna say, and I'm glad you said that because you rolled this right into the clip that I wanted you to play. Because me and Warren spoke about this on our panel. Like, can you just roll the clip for me?
Gotcha.
Give you offensive lineman. He can play guard. He can play tackle. What do you want him? Run your scheme. What do you want him?
What's the scheme?
We'll see wherever they put him.
That right there. You said it. If the world can sit back and say that about what you just said, how we know if we run the ball more than we pass, will be undefeated. Kellen Moore does what? He has no idea what he's doing out there. He has no scheme at all. And I was listening to something the other day because, once the Cowboys lose, the whole world everybody come out the cut. And they were saying, it was like, you find it funny that we have all these talented players and nobody can actually do anything when they're on the field, but they want to blame the coaches. So Dan Quinn shows up. Because remember our defense before Dan Quinn showed up?
Yeah, I remember.
Now he
Bottom
showed
20.
up. That was bottom 30.
Bottom 30.
Now, once he got there, he was like, okay, let me put these players in the right places to do what they're good at instead of forcing them to be something that they're not. It's coaching, man. The offensive side of the ball has just fallen completely off since the Jason Garrett era. And it's just like they making players do things that they're not good at. They're putting people in the wrong places, trying to force squares in the round holes. Like, we all know Tony Pollard is the burst. Why are you putting him in there on third downs knowing he can't block a blitz?
No, he can't block. No, he can't block.
Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Especially if you're third down, you're passing the ball. Exactly. Why would you do that? That was so.
Yeah.
There we go. Now this goes into the second clip.
Let's get it. Oh man, ready today.
Yeah. Let's this up.
Listen, no matter what year it is, and Joe, you can vouch for this. I say it to you every year. Kellen Moore is sabotaging his team every year. I don't know whether he's trying to sabotage the head coach specifically, but he's in sabotage mode every year. When things are going good and things are going great, he find a way to say, no, let's throw this in and let's mess it up.
Woo.
You said it. We said it. We know it. As fans, we know it. You averaging 5 yards a carry. He averaging more yards than your quarterback can throw, but yet you want to do a triple reverse option. Like, what?
Yeah. He did 2 reverses, right?
On that same drive, yeah. He did one regular, then he came back and said it didn't work, so we're gonna do a triple reverse.
Yeah.
Even Tony Pollard, Dak looked like he didn't even want to hand the ball off on that reverse. He was just like, look, bro, I'll just take the L. Like, it was I really don't know, man. And Kellen Moore's offense is so cookie cutter that the whole league now is just like any team, like you said, remember you were saying about how Derek Carr is the greatest quarterback and he's better than Dak, and how when Dak plays playoff teams, they destroy the Cowboys, right? I don't think that's all Dak though, because Kellen Moore's scheme is so cookie cutter that real good teams actually see that and watch the film and be like, all right, we know what play's going to do here. We know when the motion's that. We know what the kill is. We know what that is because it's the same stuff from the last 2 years. So we really don't even got to practice when we play Dallas. We just need to watch film. And you can cue my last clip here.
Let's get it.
Last year we learned that they really wasn't going to commit to the run game. And, the runs that they did, they was, going to try to get outside and not run into the interior. But most of the running game was quick game. A lot of curls, a lot of hitches, a lot of slants and stuff. So we kind of knew that going in, so we was able to attack it.
Wow.
And now it was funny, right? He said that. I think that was Devin White from the Tampa Bay Bucks. What did Buda Baker say when they played the Cowboys? We knew what Dak was going to do. We knew everything. The proof is in the pudding, but like my man Coach said earlier, man, that owner / GM / greatest marketer in sports outside of Jerry Buss don't care. As long as y'all buying tickets, keep it going.
Facts. Because he's
like, and to be funny, I don't think I've seen a different Cowboys playbook in the last 5 Maddens.
Bruh, it used to be good. It used to be good. I don't even like using it no more.
See, like you said something key though. You said somebody asked, you got all these talented players and they're not performing. Whenever you got a talented team and it's not performing where it should be, it's always coaching. Because it could be a chemistry issue, it could be a scheme issue, it could be a chemistry issue where people are bumping.
It could be a leadership issue.
All that stuff you need a coach for that. Because you got the right scheme, but people be bumping heads. You need a coach for that. People be great chemistry, but a bad scheme, like the Cowboys. Great chemistry, they love each other, right? Dak giving about $500 to everybody at practice, right? But the scheme is bad. So, like, I don't think Dak is a bad quarterback. I just think that they putting too much on him. Like he's
an average back. He's an average quarterback. He's average.
I think he's above.
Like he's slightly above because he can do more if given the opportunity. I've seen it. I've seen Dak win games. Like I've seen him do it. I've seen him have 5 touchdowns weeks on end. Like it's not that he's. I want to say you can almost say he got dumbed down to averageness.
Then that's because of
that GM/owner/marketer.
That greatest years was when he had 2 vet quarterbacks. He had Kidner as his quarterback coach, and then his rookie season, I know what was the Jets? Sanchez. I know Sanchez wasn't the best, but when Sanchez was on that sideline and Dak rookie year, he only threw like 2 interceptions.
Dak a peanut butter. Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't argue with T-Rated on that because that is one of Dak's issues since he's been a rookie. Is he can't stay healthy. Like what? Dak will miss time. Dak will miss time playing.
He only missed.
Oh no! I take that back.
Yeah, he only missed the game after he got his ankle messed up.
Yeah, but didn't he get hurt? Didn't he get hurt for a little bit before that injury? Before that leg injury?
Nah, that was Wentz.
Nah, that was the injury that they say that him that Tomo, but a lot of Cowboys fans say, "Oh, Dak was hurt," but that's the injury. When he missed
okay.
But he only had one freakish injury, and he only had one injury for real. To me, like that was a minor one.
That was really significant.
That ankle foot one was like ankle one. That was like that could have been coming
back. Yeah, ain't no coming back from that. But ever since then, he has been. I'll give you that. He has been peanut brittle. But bruh, you see your ankle hanging by your thigh, you might not be the same.
Your
person
mindset changes. That gets you right here. That gets you right here because you don't want it to happen again. You don't want any one of your other limbs hanging off. So it's a psyche thing. I believe that.
Yeah, but as a football player, you got that's part of football. You got to like. That's a part of mental. That's part of your mental. Like you got to be able to block that. You playing a dangerous sport.
That's a whole different ball game right there. Now I agree with you that's my take on Dez Bryant though. Ever since that catch, he's never been the same. Ever since that Packers game where they said it wasn't a catch, he's never been the same. So I agree with you on that. But with my leg hanging backwards, bro, like Paul George has not bounced back from that.
I don't think he did. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't think he bounced back from that either.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna say that because the first year he was healthy, he was an MVP candidate with Russell Westbrook. He was an MVP.
I think he's talking the style of his game change. Like he was not playing the old Paul George way because he couldn't attack the bat. He did change his game to more of a shooting Paul George than a basket attacking Paul George.
Yeah, I think people do that as they get older.
What's his name? Vince Carter did the same thing. When he broke his leg, he came back and he had to become a shooter.
But I think people do that though in the NBA. And in the NBA is different. Like he can't jump the same. He got
right.
The same,
exactly. The injury stopped. Exactly.
It's like he can't. It's not like he could. Like,
but also you can see it though when the players suffer injuries like that. You can see it in their eye. Like you can see the timidness in some of the way they move. Like the whole thing with them trying to rush Gallup back. I'm like, bro, he's a wide receiver. Like,
let him heal, man.
Yeah,
like for instance, when Tom Brady tore his ACL and came back that next year, for his first 7 games where they were actually up and down and winning, it's because Tom Brady couldn't plant that foot. Dude was scared. Like he didn't. It was almost it's a psyche thing. And as great as Tom Brady was in that part of his career, you can see it in the games where he was afraid to plant that foot, the same foot that got torn, like that same leg that got torn. So and eventually he was able to start doing it. You know what I mean? Eventually it took time.
Well, I wish RG3 had the mental stuff. Yeah, I wish he was scared.
That was just crazy. Like when he dove on that play, I was like, that's a low nada, bro.
He thought he was gonna be able to pull college stunts in the NFL.
All right, so look, Tomo, this is your topic. All right, before we let you go, give us some words for your Cowboy fans, man.
At the end of the day, man, we play in the NFC East, y'all. I mean, it's wide open, like Coach said, but we can beat them, y'all. Like we know how to play them. That's all I got for you. Like CD got to learn how to catch. I'm sorry. Man. I might be the only Cowboy fan that was like, when we got CD, I was like, okay, all right, what's next?
Yeah, I think he'll be better once. He can't be our sole guy. You know what I mean? Like that's why I thought Amari Cooper was a big loss. But with Gallup and James Washington coming back late in the season, if y'all still in the mix,
I think he can be the number one receiver, just not.
He can't be the only.
Right now he's the only. That's the problem. It ain't that he's the number one. It's the fact that's all he got. They all he got.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know because if we had like Sean McVay CD probably would be playing better.
Nah,
Because
yes.
it's like those, like he said, like what's the Devin White said with the quick curls, slants, and all that. Sean McVay is more innovative with stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna fix this Cowboys offense next year. Sean
Yes,
Payton.
not. No, you're not.
Sean Payton. All right, that's another topic. That's another topic. But all right, Tomo, appreciate you for coming on. Obviously, all right.
Cowboys make the playoffs though.
Hey, if y'all keep rolling, we'll see you more. All right, see you more. Y'all keep rolling. All right. So, but look, y'all, we gotta go from one NFC East team to the next. We gotta talk about these Eagles. We got Kevin coming on next, so y'all stay tuned.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, so the Eagles beat the Lions 38-35 week 1. Jalen Hurts, good game. He had no turnovers, had a clean game. But they had a big lead and gave up a big lead late in the game, but he still was able to put a game off. So we got Kevin on, y'all. Eagles fan. So Kevin, talk to us, man. What's good? Talk to us. What letter grade would you give Jalen Hurts for Sunday's performance?
I see. Coach. All right, make sure coach is good. My total letter grade, if you talking about just straight quarterback play, I'm gonna give him a B-, just off the fact that he hit AJ Brown. We got a lot of weapons, and he premiered AJ Brown like overly, if you ask me. For the amount of weapons we have, I feel like he targeted one guy too much. But if I was to give him a grade on just impact of the game and being like the reason why we actually won, I would give him an A. Just off the strength of him actually coming and being able to do what was needed to be done in that game. Because me as an Eagle fan, I sit there and think and say, if he couldn't run, what would have happened during that game? So what I say is, I give him an A off of him being the sole reason that we won.
Mm-hmm.
He told me some boo. To me, but like I said, but a pure quarterback play, he over targeted AJ Brown just to my liking. But also I gotta say that I would also blame that on the game plan as well. We ran way too much RPO for what the Lions were throwing at us. It was way too much blitzing going on and way too much pressure getting in the backfield to where he was forced to run and wasn't able to even get into actually reading anything. So with that being said, like you said, matter of fact, Exhibit A, when you seeing Hurts getting rushed right up the middle, pressure just straight off the bat. If you can run that clip for me real quick.
Gotcha.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what happened with the protection or anything, how it was sliding. I know it was loud in there. It was sold out. But there's no way your quarterback should have less than a second. Who you reading? Like, you got guys like Martin said, he can't read the defense. What defense you going to read that fast? So, it's not happening. But that's not the only play that happened like that. But there's been multiple times that happened like that. But then you also have the shine moments when you got the clip where he throws it between coverage to AJ Brown on this. It's a slant. Don't get me wrong, it's a slant. But he throws the needle. But people say Hurts can't make throws like that. They say, oh, it might be one person that say, oh, he missed the pick, but no, he threaded the needle. If it's Aaron Rodgers, oh, he threaded the needle. If it's Jalen Hurts, it's, oh, nah, he just missed the pick. It's all about context on however you perceive whatever play, whatever. But I feel like he was spot on, and you can also play the clip when he threw the deep bomb that people say Hurts can't do. They say, oh, he can't throw deep or whatever they say. It's a dime straight up the sideline on the money. Like simple stuff like that. But honestly, without Hurts, we lose that game. Honestly, I honestly think the Lions would have blew us out week 1. It would have been one of those sorry upsets of a team that people had favored it getting blown out by an inferior team during week 1. If he didn't run the way he ran. Again, like I said, it was crowd noise. Game plan was sorry. And the coaches, even the coaches in the press conference, I didn't play that. I didn't send you that clip, but the coach in the press conference talking about, we basically you want him to bail you out, like basically like he's trying to bail us out. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you put your quarterback in position to just bail you out just because he can run? Meaning he supposed to just save the day. That's not winning football. So. I mean, of course, yeah, exactly. He said, watch on there, exactly. That's why you watch the all 22s and stuff like that. If you really into football, you really want to understand what's really going on. Because just watching the TV copy all the time doesn't really give you the point of views that you really want to see. Mm-hmm. So those who already have a bad perception of Hurts, you automatically think, oh, he was running all day. He had a bad game. But if you really see what was going on, it's like, okay, his game was nowhere near as bad as it was. He was supposed to do that. Now this Minnesota game coming up, I see it as it won't be as much RPO. I think it'll be more traditional, which we can do. But I know they do have to mix in the RPO. They pick and choose when they want to do it. But I feel like with Minnesota, they're not a heavy blitzing team. It won't be quite as much going on. I feel like the RPO is also a quick way to get the team acclimated to just do quick plays, quick passes. So I can't really give him a solid grade on pure quarterback play because it was pretty much a college offense that be running that game.
I got you.
But I'm gonna give him a B just off of him executing what was called, and I'm gonna give him an A with my other graded system of him just his impact on the game and him actually being the reason why we won the game, and he didn't have any turnovers.
All right, Coach, you want to go?
Yeah. B minus. It was a good game that they won. I had higher hopes on Detroit. I wish their defense would have probably stepped up a little bit more. It's almost like I don't think Hurst ran too much in that game. No, because I mean, I know he had. What I mean by too much, it was more so he'll drop back to escape. I don't think there were too many designed runs because he had more passes to AJ Brown that to me were more impressive because his arm was able to find his receiver properly. Like, it wasn't overthrows. It wasn't him throwing into double coverage. It wasn't him throwing triple coverage. AJ Brown was wide open on every play. Now, why is that? Because of the leg threat of Jalen Hurts. I mean, you have to really protect on defense if this kid takes off. Because if he runs, you're in trouble for about a good, 20, 30 yards off rip? So he's fast. Like, he's fast. He's running back fast for a quarterback.
He's an elite runner. He's very underrated when it comes.
I will say that he is an elite runner.
I would say deceptive. He's deceptive if you're an opponent. You wouldn't believe that he's as fast until you actually chasing him.
Right. Now, what I was impressed with. That's why I can't give him more than a B minus, because the team itself looked great. The running game was amazing because they have the number 1 rushing offense. So that was displayed behind every running back they wanted to put back there. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, Gainwell got a touchdown. Okay, so and if you are the Eagles, you're always going to score in the red zone because that's just there. You can't beat them there because why? They are the number 1 rushing offense. Yes, they can pass, but they have so many rushing abilities to get inside the end zone. Whether it's Hurts, whether it's Gainwell, whether it's I can't think of the other boy name.
Boston Scott. Miles Sanders.
Yeah. So they
Miles
they
Sanders
have
needed
they
that.
have
He didn't have a
a great
touchdown
rushing
reception.
team, and I think that'll carry them. I do think I have to see. I think that torn ACL is a big drop for their defense. And that just means
Oh
that I think
no,
teams
he's
will
a
be able to
backup
run on
though.
them. Huh?
Barnett. You talking about Barnett?
The one that tore ACL?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a backup?
Yeah, he's a backup. He don't start no
Or
more.
he's a rotational
Yeah, he's a
lineman?
rotational guy. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
okay, okay.
I put it like this. Now that's another thing. Like I know he won't want to turn this to an Eagle segment, but Barnett was a starter. He was a first round pick at one point in time, but he's one of the most hated players in Philadelphia. Eagles fans hate him. They can't stand him because he get bonehead penalties at the most worst times of the game. He loses the 49er games, you can say for real. Because
Oh,
the
so he's
fumble,
Clowney.
huh?
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney.
Kind of someone extent, but he don't
Okay.
possess that type of.
That makes sense.
In college, he broke Reggie White's sack record at Tennessee for the Volunteers and stuff like that. So he has a lot of bend, he has a lot of traits, but he makes a lot of bonehead plays. He's a high head, stuff like that. So Philadelphia Eagles fans, they hate him. I'm surprised I don't see more videos of actually him being celebrated that he's been injured, which is crazy because you don't wish injuring anybody. But Eagles fans hate him. I'm a fan of Barnett though. I'm one of the guys who actually try to vouch for him. But I mean, he's a loss. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to downplay the loss, but we have.
You feel like his negatives were too big.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that just for me, just for Philadelphia fans
For
as a
Philly-
whole. Me personally,
Philly
I feel like
Nation.
it's a loss. But you won't see that in the media and stuff like that. They say it's a loss. They feel like, oh, we can replace him. But I feel like he has traits that will be missed as a coach. And our coaching staff, I feel like they missing. They're gonna be missing something. But the guy that we do with Happy Happen, he's very young, so I don't know about that. But back to Hurts. Like I say, there's a lot of people that don't like Hurts and say Hurts can't do this, Hurts can't do that. I could, from an outside standpoint, I can see why you could say it's the same old Hurts, but if you really understand football and see what was going on, he made major improvements. Now, he did have his moments where he left the pocket a little bit early at times, but it wasn't quite as often. When he left the pocket this game, it was mainly because of the rush was just there so fast, so he had no choice. But he did have moments where he could have maybe dumped it off. It was a clip where he was running out to the right and Goddard was running open somewhat to an extent where a quarterback that can't run would have dumped it off the Goddard. But Hurts, using his athletic ability, he said, forget it, I could just get more yards just running. So that's a gift and a curse when it comes to somebody with that type of athletic ability. So you had to be able to figure out how to balance the two without taking a punishment.
All right, so you gave him a B minus, and Coach, you gave him a B minus too?
Correct.
All right. I gotta give him a C minus, y'all.
Woo!
All right, let me tell you why though, Kevin. You told me, and shout out to Philly Podcast, Joe Castro. Y'all came on this show and y'all said that y'all could win 12, 13, 14 games. He could have this many yards, that many yards. He's going to be judged based on can he win games throwing the ball.
No,
right?
I mean, no.
Hold on, let me finish.
I'm sorry.
Let me finish. Y'all said, all right, so this is a good thing I think Hurts did yesterday. He didn't turn the ball over. He had a clean game. That's always like, okay, first thing you look at, do you turn the ball over, right? Boom, he didn't do that. Number two, all right, when he did get rushed a lot. Y'all offensive line did a poor job against the Lions. I don't know if it's an indictment on y'all or the Lions is good. I don't know yet. It's only week 1, right? So when you guys gave him a little bit of time, he was able to find the open first and second read. He was able to do that when he had time. What I don't like about Hurts, I hope you hear me, Kev? I hope you still can hear me. Right? So what I don't like about what Hurts did, right, is that, first of all, out of all the starting quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, right, was 6th worst in completion percentage. All right? The only people that were better than him, that he was better than, Trey Lance, who played in the rain, Justin Fields, who played in the rain, Dak Prescott, who played terrible. He probably played the worst out of all the quarterbacks on Sunday. Jacoby Brissett, a backup quarterback, and Mitchell Trubisky, a backup quarterback. That's number one. Number two, him and 4 other quarterbacks did not throw a touchdown yesterday. I'm not going to make a big deal out of that, though. but he did not throw a touchdown. I'm gonna get you credit for not turning the ball over. I gotta look at you not throwing a touchdown. All right, are y'all here? Can y'all hear me? I know Matt, the coach over there breaking up. Y'all can hear me? Y'all here? All right. So look, you called it, Kevin. He leaves the pocket too early, in my opinion. All right. There were moments when he left the pocket, he got a first down, and a lot of y'all fans probably said, "Oh, it's a great play." But if he would have threw it to the open man, they would have got more yards, bigger game. I got you. I got footage for you. I got you. So look, the second play of the game, right? Look at him. He drops back, he get rushed, he runs. I think the same play you just showed, right? No, they already slide. But look at the tight end wide open in the middle. Look at the tight end wide open. Wide open. You gotta throw that. Look where the line of scrimmage. Look where the line of scrimmage is. Look.
Pause it. You gotta pause.
Now you gotta throw that, man. You gotta throw that.
You gotta pause it.
I got you. Look, he got blitz, rolled out. Boom. Your tight end is cut right there.
Where's the tight end right now?
Right here. Can you see my mouse? Right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Why? Look at all the daylight in front of him. Nobody. This DB going this way. Everybody's going the opposite way except for his defender. Look, his back is turned. And look, wide open, all the daylight.
Look at the vantage point of where he's already escaping the rush. Now, the way he escapes rush is different from a quarterback who can't run. You got to understand that too. So, I mean, I'm not saying Joe is wrong. What I'm saying is that a quarterback that can't run escapes rush differently. So if you would have pulled a Carson Wentz and ducked his head, like you're gonna see Carson Wentz do 100 times this season, you're gonna see him duck his head to the ground and go under a defender. Maybe he would have seen that, but Hurts automatically knows he can outrun somebody. So he's already sprinting to outrun the rush first.
I'm with you, but y'all told me he has to win with his arm. These are things you gotta do.
No, we said that he has to win with his arm in order to stay there. We can win as many games we want.
No, I got you. We're grading Hurts though. We're not grading the Eagles game. We're grading how well did Hurts play, and for him to stay there for y'all next year.
Okay, so it depends on your grading step. So we grading Hurts to see if he get a contract next year, or we grading Hurts to win the game.
Okay,
because Hurts is gonna win a lot of games regardless of how he looks. Regardless, now him getting a contract next year is totally different.
I got another play for you right here.
Yeah,
goal line. Sui caught the ball. He took off running. Sui caught the ball. He took off running.
That's a called run, though.
No, it's not. Look at Goddard. Look at Goddard on top of the key. Look at Goddard on top of right here, wide open. And he even throw his hands up when he ran. Like, what are you doing?
No, but listen though, Joe. It's another thing though. It's a thin line when it comes to our offense because I didn't send you the clip. I send it to you later. I can't get on the show right now, but. It's a clip of our coach clearly saying Hurts has full control of the offense. So he has 3 audibles to make it a run, change it to another pass, or do what he wants to do at the line of scrimmage. They give him the power to get them into the best play. So maybe he made a wrong decision with calling the wrong play, but I'm pretty sure that looks like a quarterback draw. But again, if I showed you the clip of him running that play when he threw to Devontae Smith on the right, that everybody's run blocking, but he throws the ball, that's a hot read. Now, I don't know if that's a crowd noise thing or if that's a disconnection between him and Devontae Smith of knowing that it's a hot read or whatever like that. So the RPO offense can be kind of complicated when you got a quarterback that can check in and out of plays within any time. So communication can go wrong at any moment.
All right, look.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick, I'm glad you brought that up. All right. Because I believe in that play, he left the pocket too early. Good pass to Devontae Smith. I give you that. Devontae Smith.
It was a decent play. He was on the same
he left too early. Look at this right here.
Yeah, I said he had moments though. Yeah, he could have stayed. He could have stayed right there.
That's a clean pocket.
Yeah, it was a clean pocket. Now that one, yeah, but that's why I say he had 4 bad throws though. He had 4 bad throws the whole game. He threw the ball 32 times. The rest
he's not a pocket he has no pocket presence.
So look, that's my last point. So look, Kevin, real quick.
It's still better than it was last year. Last year it was worse than that.
All right, look, real quick. My next point with that is the pocket presence. A true quarterback, you step into the pocket.
Yeah, of course.
And then you find your receiver. I think Jalen Hurts, he still trusts his legs more than he trusts his arm. And not just his arm, his own receiver. Because the ball travels faster when you throw it versus running the ball.
I ain't going to say that because he trusts the hell out of A.J. Brown. I think he trusts Smith too, though.
No, he did. Yeah, he did.
Because Smith was a dog. Mark, be cool.
But he also trusts his legs more.
Yeah, he trusts his
He
legs
trusts
because he's
his
an elite
legs
runner.
so he don't
it's
have to
kinda
get
hard.
hit.
Imagine having a Ferrari, a Porsche, a Benz, and all this stuff in your garage. It's kind of hard to choose which one you're gonna drive that day.
But yeah, but look, this guy
It
told me.
should be. It should be a
Hurts.
simple decision. I mean,
Yeah, but look,
to be
I mean,
honest with you, I mean, I'm looking at other quarterbacks.
Too, though. It depends on your mood.
Hey, Carrie, y'all told me that he's the hardest working player by far in the NFL. Y'all told me that he's been working on this that we're talking about all off season. So it's kind of like when it's now it's time to play the game. We don't I don't want to hear like he's a runner first or that stuff. I get it. I'm not saying don't run the ball, but when there's an opportunity to throw the ball to get the ball down the field faster, and that goal line play that you did say it was a bad decision, but that was a touchdown for Goddard.
Did he score that drive?
Yeah. No, y'all scored. Y'all ran the ball. Y'all was on the goal line. I get that. I'm just talking about his issue is he leaves the pocket too early, man.
No, he does. But if you compare this game to last year, it's a complete different. Last year it was totally different. But again, it was week 1, and the way the lines deployed, because again, a lot of those plays. I mean, yeah, that the one Devontae that was in the beginning. But if you see between the first and the third quarter, in between that moment, he slowed down and stayed in the pocket a lot more. It was like in those desperation moments where it started to, all right, I need my legs to end this game.
I mean, they had a major lead for a while, so yeah, I'd slow down too.
But again, though, what I say is when it comes to Hurts, it's hard to grade him when it comes to other quarterbacks because at the end of the day, no matter how it looks, he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to win the game. And it ain't
hard to grade. If your position is quarterback, there's gonna be a grade that comes with it in your performance of what you do at that position.
At the end of the day, it's all about wins and losses. That's what everybody say. But then when it comes to people like Hurts, it's like, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that.
Yeah, so all right, so look, we've been on this topic for a while. Every time you on, man, we going all right, look. But nah, one thing I would kill, I'm not gonna say he can't throw. Like I'm not gonna say that because that pass to AJ, he was making like I said, when he got time, if he don't lead the pocket early, he's gonna take a big leap. Because I said it, when y'all gave him time, he hit the open first and second read. You can tell. But when the first and second read is not there, I feel like I'm running.
He gone. He's ready to go. He's already ready to go.
I think insiders also gave insight on that too, though. They were saying that they think that they've simplified it maybe too much for him to where it's like
Carl, right.
First read, second read, take off. Like they told him that, giving him the green light. Like, look, don't even be thinking about sitting back there. Your legs are dangerous. Use them. They giving him the green light on that. But I think longevity, if he wants a contract, if he's talking to his agent, that's a conversation that he needs to have with his team to be like, look, you can't be doing that because you can't get paid like that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with running, but if it's a better opportunity to throw it downfield, to get the ball there quicker and have a bigger play, get more yards, then do that. But he gotta have patience in the pocket.
Yeah, but that Lions game, it's hard to grade off that.
No, it's only one game.
Yeah, after the Vikings game, I feel like this game is gonna be more traditional. Yes, the Vikings got pressure on Aaron Rodgers, we know that, but they're not. They're gonna send pressure. Like the Lions is going all abandon out like zero coverage. They was going crazy with it. The Vikings not gonna do that. They're gonna sit back a little bit more. They're gonna have a rush.
Oh no, what they're gonna do is they're gonna let him throw the ball. I'm telling you that now. They're gonna sit back and let him throw.
Yeah, so
they're gonna say, in order to beat us, you need to put up 300 passing yards to beat us in this game. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Because they're gonna do him just like they did Aaron Rodgers last week.
Yeah, because they run a similar defense to what our defensive coordinator runs. He hates blitzing. He blitzed a lot more than I thought he would, honestly. And we still was least in the league. I put a metric up there where it was like we blitzed like least in the league. But that's what the Minnesota Vikings do. They depend on their rush. So I mean, they can let Hurts go, Mark. I mean, that'd be best for you because Hurts is a nightmare to your squad. But I ain't gonna go there.
All right, look. So we got to end the segment, but Kev, week 1, y'all want to know. Talk to your Eagles fan real quick for week 2.
All right, cool. That's a bet.
All right. No, I'm saying like give a message to your fans before you get off.
Oh no, we're gonna be all right. Like, don't worry about week 1. Anyone who's against Hurts, the Vikings game is gonna be totally different. The game plan will be different. We did the same thing with Atlanta last year, when we ran RPO all day, then went to Dallas and threw the ball 40 times. So you never know with our coach. Honestly, it goes week to week. That's one thing I do like about him. Once he gets grasp of what he wants to do, one thing I do like about him is that you never know what game plan you're gonna be going against. He can sit back and do RPO all day, or he can sit there and have her throw it 100 times, or we can run it.
Or they can just straight run the ball.
Yeah, so I mean, I
True.
love that about him. It's the unpredictable trait that we have. So we never know. I just know looking at the Vikings defense that I feel like it's gonna be more traditional. Not gonna be as much RPO because their corners gonna be sitting back. It's not gonna be that much attacking. So you can't do that type of stuff because they're not gonna be manipulated by it. So we're gonna see. But Monday night, tune in.
Let's get it. Monday night, prime time.
Tune in, Mark.
All right, appreciate you for coming on. All right, and next up, y'all, we got Lambo Anlo in the house. Y'all stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? This is Dennis Garland Jr.
It's your boy Michael Redwood, aka Big Mike.
This is DeVore. My name is Teddy Mercado, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports. Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports. Let's go!
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, y'all. So we got Lambo Anlo on the set right now. Very excited about this one. I like waving this Commanders fans. I'm talking about.
Let's go.
All right, cool. So look, before we get into football, Lambo, all right, let's talk about you for a second. You know, music artist, not a rapper, not a singer. He's an artist, y'all. Matter of fact, he's an instrument. That's what he told me last time. All right, so yeah, instrument. So we got Coach Coombs on. He's actually a host on his own sports podcast on Spotify. So he's gonna be with us right now. All right, so let's talk about what you got going on right now. I know last time we talked, you was working on an album.
Yeah, so it's coming to light. You know, it's actually it's gonna be a joint tape with my man DJ Say. Shout out to DJ Say. We going up. It's called Cache. I got all the songs ready. I'm just getting it mixed down now. You know what I'm saying? It's coming soon, real soon.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Yeah. You know, like, I'm excited for what I heard, the glimpse. What I heard. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know, so, but yeah, like I said, all your music, man. Like, I always tell people this. Like, whenever I meet people, I think I already told you this probably many times. Whenever I meet people, they be like, "Oh yeah, I rap. You know, I rap. I got a friend that rap." I'm like, okay, now listen to them. 95% of the times they're not good. You know, but Lambo is like you know, you're like I know you personally, so you're like up there with like, you know, I'm not even trying to hype you up. All right, you have talent like people like Kendrick and Drake and stuff like that. You just got be put in the right, you know, you just need your moment, basically. You just need your moment. All right.
Situation. Yeah, it's coming soon, man. We gonna keep working regardless.
Hey, look, Coach, after we get off this, I'm gonna send you his stuff. Cause I know you be playing music before your podcast. If you like, don't just play it because he on the show. If it's good, you play it. All right.
And I'm be honest with you. I'm looking for some theme music anyway. So shit.
Man, let me know. That's me on the intro.
Oh yeah. By the way, Lambo is actually on the intro that you hear every commercial break, the beginning of every show. I'm like, I actually hit him up. Was like, I still got the message on IG. Hey, you think you do an intro for me? He's all right. Later on that day, he sent me a voice recording. I could tell that he was walking down the street or something like that. You hear the birds chirping in the background, crickets, cricking, all that stuff. And every word you hear in the song was every word he sent me on that audio. So it wasn't like he went over a million times. It was like, boom, he sent me the tape, and that's on the actual song.
Oh shit!
Yeah, right. All right, so all right, man. So I know you got your gear on, waving a
Oh, yeah,
finger.
man.
got the
You know what I'm
hoodie.
saying? Hold up.
So let's get to business. All right, let's get to business. Talk to me, man. How you feel about before we get to like this question? Talk to me about how you. Now let's get straight to the question. Will Carson Wentz, will the Commanders make the playoffs this year?
Man, I'm loving it from what I've seen in the first game.
Well, I think you cover up your mic.
Oh, sorry about
there
that.
We go. There you
go. So I'm loving it. I'm loving what I've seen in week 1. I love how he willed us to that win, down 8 in the fourth quarter, man. I seen how he rallied them guys, and he threw for 4 touchdowns. I know people gonna say Jaguars ain't the best team in the world or who I've been, but I just like what I've seen from that first game. And he has weapons. He has enough weapons to do so. We have a decent enough defense. I believe we can win the NFC East, depending on how them games with them Eagles go. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kev, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna see what's going. We gonna see. I'm gonna say yes.
That's good.
Yeah, especially with the Cowboys looking weak.
All right, look.
We ain't worried about the Giants, man. The little Giants. You feel me?
The little Giants. So Coach Coombs, he don't have us. Oh yeah. By the way, y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm a Commanders fan too. All right, but
yes, sir.
Coach Coombs, he don't have us making the playoffs. All right, so matter of fact, tell us why, Coach. Tell us why you don't got us making the playoffs.
I don't know. I might have to retract that statement I made weeks ago. I mean, I watched Carson Wentz, like I explained to you before we got on the show. I watched Carson Wentz play a magnificent football game. I saw Carson Wentz play.
Man.
He didn't play the contract year Carson Wentz. He played like he played in this one game. This is the flash I saw from the year before the contract Carson Wentz.
He looked like he was
that's that 33 plus touchdown Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? I get it. He had his 2 boneheaded Carson Wentz interceptions. You know that, but if you can, I mean, let's put it this way. Josh Allen threw 2 picks and 4 touchdowns and won the football game. You know what I mean? So you know, I mean that's 2 picks in a football game don't necessarily say anything to me. It's when those types of picks come, and are you costing your team the win because of those picks? You know what I mean? I saw Joe Burrow throw a pick the first drive in the football game, and then throw a beautiful strike down the field right after that. And what he was doing, I think he was just trying to see what kind of defense the Steelers were in. Picks are going to happen. This is football. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How many mistakes are you going to have? And what I saw outside of those 2 picks, I did not see mistakes from the Washington Commanders. That's what I did not see. I saw a defense that I was suspect on play defense. I get it. It's the Jaguars. But here's the thing. If you are playing the Jaguars and you are making mistakes and you are inefficient against the Jaguars, maybe we do need to have a talk about your career moving forward. But if you can come in and do what you did to the Jaguars, I'm going to give you credit for that because you did what you were supposed to do. You did your job. And again, in this division where everybody won but the Cowboys, I don't know. I don't see the Commanders having that 6 wins that I said. Now, will they make the playoffs? I'm still gonna weigh my options on that. However, I can bump them up to at least 8 or 9 wins this season.
Okay,
I'm with that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So look, when I'm worried about Lambo, all right, is our defense. I'm really worried about that.
I'm kind of concerned as well. I'm concerned with our defensive backfield.
Yes.
Our defensive backfield. Our front line looks good. Even without Chase there, we look decent. We have over like 15 maybe rushing the quarterback passing pressure-wise. And we had some sacks. I don't really like how our defensive backfield is playing at this point. No, I'm not with that right now. We don't have enough. And I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's a
what I'm
bunch
worried
of
about.
Who's the defensive coordinator?
Your guy, Jack Del Rio.
He
He gotta go.
just came from the Jaguars. Actually, I
Yes.
think.
He gotta go.
Well, he was with the Jaguars.
He gotta go.
He did. He
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
the Jaguars.
he gotta go.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
man, like you're right. I think our front four is decent. Our front seven is kind of decent, but
Right.
the rookie from last year, James Davis, man, he be getting cooked. Oh my God, he got cooked
I
by.
need him to step it up, man. I like 22. I can't. What's
Oh, you talking about what's his name?
He made a big hit. He made a big
Oh my
hit.
God, I can't think. Yeah,
And I think he caught a pick too. Did
he
catch
got a big hit. He caught a pick, and he had
Yeah.
a key third
I
down
like him.
deflection in the end zone.
Yeah, I like him, but
Yeah, he's not
everybody
with
else
the
got to
team
step up, man.
right now. But yeah, he was tough, you know. But hey, the sky's the limit. You know, whenever you got a quarterback, not saying Wentz is like, you know, like Mahomes, but he's
Right.
talented enough, and we got the weapons. A matter of
I'm
fact,
a little concerned with our offensive line as well, though. They was getting pressured pretty much a lot. I mean, they did decent, but I don't. They're not elite.
Well,
it's not like 7-9. No, it's not 7-9 offensive line. It's decent though. We can make some improvements there as well. But
so look, how you feel about the
overall,
rookie, Dawson?
Dawson made a staple in that game. You come out your rookie year, you score 2 touchdowns, 1 clutch touchdown. Man, come on, man. He's a dog, man.
I love it.
And I like the return of Curtis Samuel as well.
Yeah.
He's a
he
dog.
good.
I knew he was a dog. He was just injured. But he opens up the field in the slot. He had 4 carries for 18 yards or something. But just the fact that they're willing to give him the ball on a run shows you his versatility. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love our offense. Of course, you got Scurry Terry on that outside, man. Come on, man. It's weapons out there, man.
It is though.
Weapons.
Antonio Gibson made some plays.
Antonio Gibson had over 100 all-purpose yards. He had more receiving yards than rushing. People forget that he was actually a receiver in college.
Okay, speak it.
Actually, you know.
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
mentioned that in the game too. Off that beautiful catch that he caught, by the way.
He made a tough catch in that. I said, okay, my man.
Yeah, we still got McKissick, J.D. McKissick was good.
And then people forget about McKissick, man. He's more of a receiving threat as well. And with all those weapons, Carson just, man, he got what he needs. He has what he needs to succeed in this NFC East. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles, I don't know, man. I want to see these Eagles and Scans go at it. I mean, Commanders, I apologize. I want to see this rivalry come back to, you know what I'm saying, where it was. But
yeah,
that's
man. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, cool. So look, before we go to the next segment, let's give our Commanders fans some hope. More, well, we got hope. You feel me? Just give our Commanders fans some last word. Oh, we can't hear you. You covering the mic.
My bad.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, go Commanders. You feel me? The W. Hey, the W is for wins. Washington. We going up, man. Shout out to Joe for having me on here, man. I love y'all, man. Refuse to lose. You hear me? That's what we doing this year.
Nah, appreciate you, man, with the intro you made and everything. Hey, it's
Appreciate
probably
Shout
I'm
out
saying
to
it right
Coach
now.
too, man.
Hey, this intro is challenging, undisputed intro. Let you know right now. All right.
Hey, man, tell them, we gonna play it back to back. We gonna have a verse. You hear me?
Hey, this intro is like that. Like whenever I meet people, this is why I do this all the time. I be like, hey, I'm gonna let you hear this intro. Like, I got a show. Woo. But yeah, I'm gonna let you hear this intro. Like, tell me what you think. Like, be honest with me. All right. Don't be. I know it's good. You feel me? I'm trying to set them up. Like, this is play it for. I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, let me know. Don't be nice. I play it. Every single person is like. First they be like, "This you?" I be like, "No, that's my man." Like, no, they be like, "This legit. Like, this is like."
Hey, tell him it's you next time. Tell him
I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna do that. They gonna be like,
"Niggas don't know my man Joe used to have bars back in the day."
Oh man, I think every guy try to be a rapper at one point.
No question.
It ain't work out for me though, you know. Yeah,
Hey,
so
man,
yeah,
he
but
good money,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Shout out Philly Podcast, Joe Castro. Shout out to him. But yeah,
Shout out
so
to Philly, but yeah, shout out to the Commanders too, though. We coming for y'all next.
Exactly. All right, hey
Shout out
Lambo,
to Philly,
appreciate you,
man.
man. Appreciate you so
Thank
much for coming on and
I
blessing the
appreciate
mic.
you for having me, man. Thank you.
Of
Refuse
course.
to lose. Why you ain't get one of them drops from me?
You said a drop what?
Yeah, you had everybody in the little segment. It was off the man. Refuse to lose sports.
Oh no,
I
you
man.
on the first one. You probably missed it. You on the first
Oh,
one.
I missed it.
It's different
You're
people.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Right, man.
It's different people each commercial. Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, he's like, he waiting for the song. Like,
I want to do another one.
Hold on, I seen the video. What's going on? Well, yeah. Bye, bro. Stay safe out there.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. All right, y'all. We got Lambo. We got to go to our next topic. We got to talk about Lamar and his contract. We got Carr coming on. Y'all stay tuned.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, you already know who it is, man. It's Lamar, a.k.a. L to the second letter to the crooked letter.
My name is Joseph. My name is Jamal. And you're watching Refuse to Lose Sports. Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Bond that can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah, refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm ready to win. Yeah, refuse.
All right, so Lamar Jackson is betting on himself, y'all. This normally doesn't happen in football. All right, so he actually turned down a $290 million extension, but obviously the guaranteed money wasn't where he wanted it to be. And the Ravens are playing hardball, so is Lamar. So Lamar gonna play the season out, and we got Carl on the set. So Carl, I need you to talk to me, man. Was it smart for Lamar Jackson to turn out with that money?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like you said, the fully guaranteed money wasn't there. So even if he takes that contract and gets hurt, which everybody's scared of, he getting hurt now, they could cut their loss still, even though he signed that contract. So it's, to me, it's like the same thing. But Baltimore, man, straight up. I know you asked me a question, but pay him. Pay this man. This is probably the best quarterback we've ever had in franchise history. I don't care what he won't. Do it.
I'm with that. All right. So look, I'll go second on this one. So I agree with you. I think that y'all should pay him. It's ridiculous. I mean, if like, and then if y'all franchise tag this dude, which they already said they are anticipating that he gonna get franchise tag, that would be crazy. Cause that creates bad blood within you and your quarterback. Now look, I'm gonna tell you a story. I ain't tell you this. So I met this guy right in Boston. So I live in Rhode Island. For those who don't know, I was in Boston one day and I met this guy, and he drives yachts. That's what he does for a living, right? And I told him about the show, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I pick up players all the time, coaches, all that stuff." He said, "You know who my favorite guy is?" He said, "Steve Biscotti." He told me yacht owner was his favorite person, and then I was like, "Oh, for real?" This is like 2 months ago. I said, "You think they're gonna pay Lamar?" He said, "Nah, I don't think they're gonna pay Lamar." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Lamar did this, he did that, did this." He said, "Trust me, I know him. He's not gonna pay Lamar that money." Told me straight up that day. He said he's not gonna pay Lamar that money. He's not gonna set a trend to pay quarterbacks guaranteed money. That's exactly what he told me. And
He
I'm
not
like,
setting the
all
trend
right.
though.
You said what?
He not setting the trend. The dumb Browns did.
No, the second person sets the trend. That's how it
The
works.
Browns are the second person.
So who?
Vikings, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins had a 1-2 year deal.
No, we got 2 of them.
Yeah, but it was like 1 and 2 year deals, right?
No, the first one was 3 years, 84, fully guaranteed, and now he got another one.
Yeah, 84 million, bro. That's different for 200.
But that was years ago. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah. I remember that when he left us. When he left, my green screen tripping, all that stuff, right? So basically, he told me that, and I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, right. And then 2 months later, this dude still ain't paying Lamar Jackson. So I'm actually believing this dude. I'm gonna think that they're not gonna pay him, and then he gonna end up. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna let Coach talk, and then after Coach talk, I want you to tell me if they don't pay this dude, what's gonna happen. Go ahead, Coach.
So I've watched Lamar Jackson play football since his rookie season. I didn't watch him too much in college, but I focused on him, and I got to do everybody else when NFL games come on. And one thing is just, it's things you notice about players that guys can do and some guys just don't have the ability to. Have anybody ever noticed how well Lamar Jackson can disguise a football and mess your head up? It's almost unbelievable. Like when I say disguise, I don't know if people really mean what I mean by that. You do not realize he don't have a ball in his hand, or you don't realize he has the ball in his hand. Like, I mean, it is literally like he is playing Houdini on the football field, and he's not losing yards. He's beating you. He's beating you, period. If Lamar Jackson wants to do something on the field, he does it, period. Have I had my comments about some flat balls? Well, yeah, he was young in his career. He's still young in his career. But if you watched week 1 against the Jets, and this was probably the best environment he could have did it in, I don't even think he barely ran. I think he purposely looked at everybody who talked shit and threw the football from the pocket. I even saw a play where he dropped back and literally stepped up inside on multiple occasions in that game. I mean, it was almost like, who is this Lamar Jackson that everybody said can't throw? I've never had a problem with him throwing. My only issue is I've always said because of the way they do the offense, it gets beat in the playoffs when you play against teams and they force him to sit in the pocket. Well, you know what he's doing for this entire year? He is forcing himself to sit in the pocket, and you can see it. He did, but if you gotta think about last year. Last year was too many injuries really for him to even do that. Last year it was about Lamar. It was about what are you gonna do in this game to win this game? Hell, one game he still we said they carried the game the team 8-3. It should have been 9-2. He tripped for one of the first times in his life in the game in the fourth quarter where he was supposed to win. It's a nasty little trip, and that pissed me off because he should have won that game, honestly. Okay, this man deserves every ounce of the dollars he is seeking. Why? Right. Because he is your entire team. You lost every single person to an ACL tear from the back of your safeties to the front of your running backs. And it was still Lamar Jackson who gave you 8-3, period. There's nothing else you can say. I don't care it was him hit with baby hands, Hollywood Brown. It was all Lamar. All Lamar. I wish Bateman would have had more because this offense you see this year is going to be explosive. As a matter of fact, watching this offense this year that they should have paid this man the money that he is deserving, I believe you, Joe. Them Bengals going to fall to 9-8. I'm sorry. They are going to fall to 9-8. I do agree with you on that. After the display that I saw, there is a drop-off from that Super Bowl. Lamar ain't dropping off from nothing. He's coming back with every full force of weapons that he has, and he put it on full display. You did not pay this man. You disrespected this man, and I honestly think he needs to leave.
Yeah, he leaves. That would be crazy.
I honestly think he needs to leave.
Car in the car, man.
Because if you're gonna sit here and play that bait game of you really waiting for him to win a Super Bowl before you pay him, that's bullshit. That really is. That's especially when 5-foot Kyler Murray can make $230. You got to be kidding me. He's way better than Kyler Murray. He's better. To me, he is the number 4 quarterback on the list. He is the number 4 quarterback on the list.
Okay.
You cannot run the way he runs. You cannot pass. And he passes with everybody else, but nobody runs like him.
Hey, Kev, that switch up crazy if you you know what I'm saying, with Jalen
He's
Hurts.
not indecisive in his game plan at all. He's not indecisive at all. His head is on a swivel. He actually reads the defense. He reads the defense more than I say Pat Mahomes reads the defense. The man is one of the most intelligent football players on the field, and I'm sorry, he deserves every bit of 200, 290 for 6 years, and you couldn't give him more than 133 million. Are you serious? Are you serious? To me, all you want to do is use a black man for what he got, and if he don't give you what you want, then you can just toss him. That's all I see with this.
All right, I got to stop you because I don't think that's the Ravens' MO at all.
Not the Ravens' MO, and I hate to say that I don't think that's the Ravens' MO either. I swear, it just feels that way. It just feels that way. This is one of the most prolific football players we have ever seen, and you can't pay him. Deshaun Watson ain't played football in a whole year, and he getting a whole guaranteed contract.
But you got to think of the organization that did that, though, too. But
I know. I understand that. I do understand that.
I'm with you. Like I said, pay that man whatever he wants, just do it. But it's you got to look at the organization, too. Like, we've never been in this scenario. Like, flat out. We've never been in this scenario. What, 26, 27 years of our franchise history? Never been put in this situation. And now, Ozzie Newsome not in that front office no more. It's Eric DeCosta, like you said, Steve Bisciotti. Ozzie is gone. I feel like if Ozzie was there, he'd be paid. He'd be good to go. But he's not. So, like I said, it's just a new situation. Hopefully, we maneuver through this the right way. I don't want to see Lamar no damn Philly green. Excuse my language, Joe. I don't want Jalen Hurts in purple. So, you can keep that, kid. But to answer your question, Joe, what would I do if Lamar leave? This purple shirt would be Honolulu blue. Go Lions.
Oh,
hey, look, to tell the truth, I barely watched the Ravens game Sunday. I was with my mother watching football. She a Lions fan, so I watched the Lions and Eagles. So, shoot, ain't nothing new to me to watch a Lions game.
Dang, that's a back seat right there.
Look, I would be pissed. And I explained to y'all my theory like I explained in the chat we have. Honestly, I think Tyler Huntley playing as good, even though Joe disagrees, as good as he did last year kind of hurts us because I honestly think Tyler Huntley is one of the best backups in the league. People can say I'm wild and people say
I think he is. I agree with that.
I think he's one of the best backups in the league. And I think, and this is just, again, me thinking from a different perspective, as an owner's perspective, it would cost way less to keep Snoop as a starter, obviously, than it would be to pay Lamar. And then you can put that money in other positions like line, DB. I'm not going to say receiver because we've yet to do that. So running back probably. Something. They'll put that money elsewhere. And then Lamar, unfortunately, if you're thinking from a cap space, get out of here, Tomo. From the cap space, Lamar, as much as he'd be missed, they'd be like, look, we save the money. Boom, we build up a Super Bowl roster, might have key elite guys at key positions. I don't care. I don't care about how smart you think that it is to let Lamar walk and let Snoop take the reins. No, Snoop is good. He's not Lamar. I don't care that they was friends growing up. I don't care that Snoop beat him in high school. I don't care that Snoop led Utah to a Pac-12 championship appearance but lost. I don't care. Pay Lamar what he's owed. We've never had an MVP. Lamar's done it. He was unanimous. He led the league in touchdown passes. He got us. He's good enough to get us there. Y'all know this. We know this. Pay him. He's good for the community. Look at the stuff he do for the community. Playing football with the kids. He went to go read his child's book to the kids this past weekend.
He gave out popcorn to the media today. Like, come on, man.
What? He's everything to me that you would want from a franchise quarterback, from the community to how he leads the team, to how good he is on the field, to even, the charisma he has with the media. All that is what you want.
And he has an opportunity to set the
You want a star. You have a star.
and he got an opportunity to make history. People always say about these quarterbacks, type of quarterbacks like Lamar, they don't win. One thing I like about Lamar, I told you this already. I'm pretty sure I did. And I probably said on here one time. But I like about Lamar, he always proved doubters wrong every single time. He came in as a rookie, came in back half of the season, got into the playoffs, played terrible in the playoffs. Lamar, should he be a starting quarterback? Came back next year, won MVP. goes to the playoffs, losing the first round. He never won a playoff game. Goes to the playoffs the very next year, beat that very team that beat him the year before
at their house.
And at their house, and then lose. And then he had to keep play that run he had. He ran the ball and won a game. And then the next year, they kept saying, like last year, he can't throw. Literally the game after they said that, he had that great second half against the Colts.
37, 43, 430 some yards.
So Lamar's been that's what he does. That's why I had Lamar taking an extra step in the playoffs, getting to the AFC Championship. That's what Lamar does. He always come back and do a little bit more. So, So Carr, before you get off, y'all, I got y'all winning the division. I think, Coach, who you got winning the division? Is it the Ravens? Or do you have the Bengals?
I think
I had the Ravens. I had the Ravens winning.
You sure? I think you picked the Bengals.
I thought he picked the Bengals too. I thought me and Joe picked the Ravens, and he picked the Bengals.
Oh yeah, on that show, yeah. But I think when I sent you my my update, I think I had the Ravens and I had the Bengals behind them.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I had them with the same record at 12-5, but like I said, I agree with you, Joe. I think them Bengals gonna fall to 9-8.
You think so? On one game?
Yeah, that one game told me a lot.
So Carl, last word for your Ravens, man.
All right, besides pay Lamar, all right, shout out my boy J-Mo. We played the Dolphins this week, right? Just a small little story.
Oh, yeah, shout out to J-Mo. Today his birthday, too.
Oh, yeah. Shout out. Happy birthday, my dog, J-Mo. But small little story. Being as though J-Mo's a Dolphins fan, I used to joke with J-Mo all the time. Hey, look, we play the Dolphins. We about to beat y'all by 40. As we proceed to beat them by 40. This year, I'm nervous as hell. I text J-Mo, I'm like, hey, see y'all this Sunday. He said, man, I talked to him yesterday. I said, bro, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I would normally come in the games, this is easy. I did it last year. I think I even made the joke last year, like, yeah, we about to beat y'all by 40, whatever. Lost the game. I was like, oh, man, I know I'm going to hear from him. I was actually supposed to be at the game due to my uncle, but I was like, I don't feel like going. So
I'm glad you didn't go.
Yeah, man. What? So yeah, just a small little story. Ravens, Dolphins. Pay that man. Shout out Devin Duvernay, 3rd round pick from Texas. Finally starting to use him. I'm excited to see what we do. I'm excited to see what we do with the 2-3 tight ends we have because Nick Boyle is still Nick Boyle. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he's one of the best run blocking tight ends, and he can actually catch the ball when thrown to him. I'm excited to see what James Prochet, Tylan Wallace do. Back end looks good. Get well soon. Kyle Fuller and Jawan James. Hopefully we can stay healthy besides them. And let's go get a Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, I like that. Let's get it. All right, Carl, appreciate you, man. We'll see you next time on the key matchup. But right now, y'all, we got to talk about Derek Carr and Justin Herbert. Y'all stay tuned.
This is Kevo.
And it's Tyrone.
This is Coach Coombs, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose podcast.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win. Refuse. Mine can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a fuse to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, so Derek Carr and Justin Herbert battled it out last Sunday, and Justin Herbert got the best out of Derek Carr. Derek Carr had 4 turnovers, and they lost the game 24-19. I actually have Derek Carr winning MVP, and Coach Coombs has Justin Herbert as a 3rd best quarterback in the NFL. So we're going to talk about who's going to have the better season. So we're going to start with you, Coach. Who's going to have a better season, Justin Herbert or Derek Carr?
I do believe it's going to be Justin Herbert. I think the offense is. I want to use the word efficient, but I mean, so is the Raiders have an efficient offense as well. Maybe it's the chemistry because it's the same same offensive weapons. It's the same guys, so everybody knows their job better than they did last year. Like I can even piggyback off of him possibly getting MVP this year, or being a candidate at best for MVP this year because I think that offense is going to be that prolific. He came in the game with 3 touchdowns. That's his average. His average is 3+ a game. That's what this kid does. I think his yardage might have been the lowest for how many touchdowns he threw. It was a small sample because they didn't need to do too much. It's almost like they were always in a good field position. It wasn't too many times they had long drives down the field. I like the fact that their young weapons stepped up when Keenan Allen went down, when Mike Williams was a no-show for 3 quarters. 3 quarters, my guy. But this ain't the segment for you, so I'm gonna leave you alone. But he was able to find everybody else. That's the one thing that I loved the best about that game was where he needed to go, he went. The defense for the Chargers got better, so I can't say the Raiders aren't that same, but that's a lot of new pieces. So when I say a lot of new pieces, Hunter Renfro's still there, Waller's still there, but now you've added Devontae Adams, and that throws a wrench because you have to figure out now where do I want to go consistently. Like it can't always be Devontae Adams, and Hunter Renfro was barely looked at. They have to find a better balance, but it's week 1. I think the Raiders have plenty of time with the schedule that they have to get a better balance than what they had in this game. I didn't like their rush game at all. Jacobs was a no-show. I mean, you got to think you got 3 guys on this team that they didn't get their contracts, options. So they pretty much playing on their last leg. And the safety showed up. I think the D lineman showed up a little bit, but there was no Jacobs. So they do need a better run game. That run game is going to need to be efficient for them to win more because they can't just base it off all the passing. They got to be able to do a both balanced offense. But I think Carr, honestly, he's going to have a good season. I think 30, maybe 35 touchdowns. I don't see more than that if it gets that high. But I don't think – and this doesn't take him out of the playoffs. It don't take the Raiders out of the playoffs or anything like that. But I do think that Justin Herbert is going to have a better season. And it's sad too, right? Because I'm going to tell you what's funny. I have Justin Herbert as a quarterback having a better season, but I got the Raiders in the playoffs, and I don't have the Chargers in the playoffs. And that is because I have the Chargers they have a more difficult season than the Raiders do. But efficiently as a quarterback, I think that Herbert will probably have a better season than Carr.
All right. So I'm going with Derek Carr, obviously, because I believe Derek Carr will win MVP this year. Now, I will give you this. The reason why the Raiders lost that game was because of Derek Carr. It was Derek Carr's fault. But it's week 1, and if I remember the last 2 MVPs, Aaron Rodgers, he had 2 back-to-back bad game 1s last year and the year before last, and even this year. And I remember and then also what gives me hope with Derek Carr against these Chargers, he turned the ball over 4 times, and he fumbled 1 time and lost. He fumbled twice and lost 1. That was the defense. But those 3 interceptions, open, bad throw. The first one he threw with Waller was ahead of both of those defenders. Underthrew him, touchdown. Devontae Adams could.
He underthrew Devontae too.
Devontae was in the end zone.
And he underthrew him. Yep.
And then Hunter Renfrow, all your key receivers, Hunter Renfrow coming across, underthrew, threw it behind them, interception. Well, all that being said, they still lost by 5, had the opportunity to win that game in the 4th quarter.
That's very true.
You know what I'm thinking about? Last year when Patrick Mahomes did the same exact thing. He threw 3 interceptions. and they had 4 turnovers against that same team, Chargers, and the Chargers had to convert on a 4th down just to win the game.
Bills had a horrible week. Bills had a horrible week 1 last year and made it to the AFC Championship game.
So
right.
Derek Carr 22 for 37, 295 yards, 2 TDs, 3 picks. I mean, those 3 picks were horrible.
I'll be honest with you. His numbers were just about the same as Herbert.
Exactly.
They were almost identical. You were right. The only difference is Herbert don't throw he don't turn the ball over too much.
Herbert's talented, man. He's
talented. I think one credit, his offensive line is amazing. He didn't get sacked one time in that game.
He's super talented, man. It was one time when they had his legs and he still threw.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep. He stepped over. He let them have it, but was able to still push that ball off. He got away, but it's like, yeah, they had his legs for a second.
And it was in like tight coverage, and it was an accurate pass. Like, the dude is nice. So now I'm not saying Carr is better than Justin Herbert. I'm not saying that. Justin Herbert's a better talent. I give you that. But I think Carr had a better season because I think they will be the best team in that division. I also think Carr gonna have the numbers because he just had better weapons. You know, you down on Mike Williams. You know, Keenan Allen, he's still, tough, but he's old. I mean, look,
he's old now. Yeah, he started to show. Eventually, it was going to show.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's like comparing Cousins and A-Rod. That's disrespectful right there. Cousins and I'm not gonna say that. But Derek Carr has way more weapons. He has the best receiver in the league, Devontae Adams, he might not say it, but he's gonna put extra efforts than this year because Justin Jefferson is coming for that title, and he's not gonna let that happen. So he's gonna try to up Justin Jefferson this year. Oh yeah, I think Devontae gonna.
What I saw Justin Jefferson do against the so-called best defensive Packers have had since their Super Bowl, he whooped their ass by himself.
He did, but Devontae also had a good game too. Devontae had 141 yards.
He did. I want to say all the top receivers in week 1 had a great week.
They did. So my thing is, Derek Carr have a better season because he have a better weapons. Devontae is going to be the best. I believe he's going to have, like, as far as stat wise, he's going to have the best numbers as far as receivers. And then he also got Darren Waller, who's a mismatch for anybody. I mean, Darren Waller is a beast. And you got Hunter Winfrey still, and Josh Jacobs. He played good. He had 10, but they were behind, so they had to throw the ball a million times. Because I think he had it was like a Zeke Elliott situation, 10 rushes, like 55 yards, something like that. But I think Derek Carr is going to have a better season and win MVP. I still believe that, even though they lost game 1, like I said, it reminds me of Patrick Mahomes having all those interceptions and still almost winning the game.
Oh, you're right, Carl. It was the second round. My bad.
Oh, yeah, second round. Yeah, against the Chiefs. Chiefs win against the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm rolling with Derek Carr. But Justin Herbert, man, he is talented. I get it. Like I said, like he's Luka of football. Like Luka Doncic is like he has talent. He's good. Yeah, J.C. Jackson, he did not play. But we're talking about Devontae Adams. Do we care who's playing? Like, for real? Like, I'm not even being funny. These today cornerbacks. Do it really matter who's guarding Devontae Adams? He's gonna get his regardless.
Not after what I saw him put a double move on boy and made that boy do a whole spin around. That was Devontae, nasty. He looked like he was barely moving.
There's not a cornerback in this league today that's a Revis. Now, if you would have said they didn't have Revis, Joe, then yeah, I'd be like, all right, Devontae, you gotta go to work. I mean, this is Revis, but ain't no cornerback in today's NFL that's going to stop Devontae Adams.
Nope.
I'm just saying, So yeah, but yeah, 3 picks because he had 3 picks, not because of great cornerback play. It was underthrown passes. He
had underthrown passes. They were all underthrown. All of those picks were all underthrown.
I should have.
And that's footage. Timing. That's chemistry, and timing is all that is.
I should have had footage ready, but man, I think I got some right here. Hold on, man. I got some right here. This first, here we go, right here. Look at this right here. It's the intro. I gotta turn the volume on. Look at this. This is underthrown. Oh damn, I think I messed up. Hold up. Oh yeah, I messed up. This is underthrown. This is underthrown, Matt. Tell me it's not underthrown right here. Look at that. Waller is wide open.
Yep, wide open.
Waller is wide open. Look, he beat both of the DBs. He underthrew
no
like
trajectory
crazy.
on that ball.
But this right here, that's chemistry. Ooh, this is pretty right here. This right here was pretty, man. This is pretty.
That's
God!
what he do. That's what he do. That's what he
That
do.
was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. I give him that. Yeah. He said, no, I'm saying he threw 3 picks and 8 best corner ain't played. Yeah, I mean, all right. I'm not going to argue with Carr to the comments. Yeah. All right, man. So we're going to wrap this up. It's a good show. It's 8:30. We're going to wrap this up. But before we wrap it up, y'all, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. First of all, I should say this first. Appreciate all you guys for being on, staying to the end, and engaging in the comments. All right, we really appreciate that. All right, and so like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody that y'all know, because once this is over, you can go back and watch it, and we're gonna break up each segment to individual clips. All right, and then next week's gonna be a better show. We have week 2 in, and then we'll be talking about the Eagles and Washington Commanders game next week too. I'm definitely so Mark and Kevo, y'all both better carve your time out to get on the show together. All right, next week. That's Wednesday. All right, that's gonna be a classic one. So Coach Coombs, last words, and also talk about your podcast.
All right, no problem. Last words. So let's see. Week 1's over. I believe I'm 8-8 on the week 1 prediction. That really sucks, but I'm at least at 500. Hopefully, week 2 is a little bit better. Check out my podcast On the Field on Spotify, where I will be putting up my recap episode. I think following this show, I'm gonna hop right on there and get that recorded. And then later tonight, I'm actually either later tonight or tomorrow, I'll be doing week 1 or week 2 picks. And Friday, I'll be doing getting ready to start the fantasy podcast episode where I'm giving my sleepers and my picks and who you should play, who you should sit, stuff like that. So we're gonna get real deep into that on Friday. Check out OTF Podcast MIA on Instagram. That's where I post all of my wins and losses, so everybody can track me. Everybody gonna track it, but I'm never down for too long. This 8-8 won't stay forever. It's always a low week 1 because it's one of the most unpredictable weeks in football.
It is. But look, the fact that you do that, you put yourself out there, that's good. People don't do that. Like online on TV, they give out picks every week, but they never like give up their record. Like, oh, this one did so far. They just pick people every week. Like nobody holds them accountable. So that's good that you do that. And you encouraged me to do that this year.
Awesome.
I appreciate that. You definitely did. So all right, y'all. That's all we got for you guys. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all the next episode.